Hello, this is Dr. Riker. Thank you so much for your time. I'll try to go through this presentation quickly. We recently sent you an email blast, and this presentation is designed to give you an opportunity to ask questions and raise any concerns and really just prepare for the next release. I cannot yet give you an exact date on the release. It's looking like it'll be the first week in October, and as I mentioned earlier, there will be a service release around the first week in November and probably one in December as well. And then at the very end of the year, probably December 31, there'll be a release to get everybody ready for 2014 and some new regulations that go into play at that time. So once again, thank you so much for your participation. We'll try to be brief here. One of the new features of this release, which largely deals with security issues and fixing some defects that have been reported over time, is that it gives you the opportunity to generate a random PIN if you like. Some sites, for security reasons, have indicated that they would like to generate a random PIN rather than a PIN that is dependent on the eHR generated patient ID, and so now you have an opportunity to do that. You go, in order to generate the random PIN, again, you'd simply go to Setup, Site Administration, and at the bottom of the Site Administration page is the organizational level application settings, and simply set the random PIN from that location. Another thing that you can do is you can allow a patient to indicate that they don't want information traveling to the personal health record. And to do that, let's just find a patient here. I'm just going to look one up. I've got a patient named Barry Allen. And if I go to that patient's health status screen, you can see now that there's a checkbox that says do not send patient information to PHR. And if you do that, that patient's rule will be set so that no information regarding that patient will be made available on the patient portal or sent to the health companion personal health record. The next thing is you can also do that at the visit level. So if I go to that particular patient again and select an individual record, in this case I'll go into edit an exam or visit. This is, will be true from this same dialog at the time that a visit is created. You can also block the information from that individual record from going out, and that will impact the appearance of the end of exam summary. That visit will no longer appear on the end of the exam summary. The information associated with that visit will not appear, and yet other visits will appear. Some of this, people have asked, what's motivating some of these security changes. Some of this came from new information that we gathered from customers. Some of it is relevant to the HIPAA omnibus rule, and some of it is put in place to deal with the rules that each state has individually governing when a minor has the right to withhold information from an adult parent. And so we've offered some flexibility in that regard. The big change that will affect all of you is, or at least any of you that today are not giving your patients information about their personal identification number or their PIN, is that in this release, a PIN will be required for all patients to establish a link with you as a provider. So There is a handout that we've made available to any of the DR Unity users as a smart form, or any of the other users. We've provided you a copy of that form. If you're not familiar with the form that I'm speaking of, you can go to drsysehr.com and look at all of our available forms under the Documents tab. But there's a handout that we encourage you to give your patients when they leave your facility. It's really the only handout you need to give them. If you're giving them printed end-of-exam summaries, you really don't need to do that as long as you have Health Companion in play. Simply give this patient a handout that contains their PIN number. It will inform them about Health Companion and allow them to complete the remaining necessary workflows. Now, we don't have very many users, but we have some users that previously completely depended on an email link in order for their patients to access Health Companion. So it was possible for you prior to this upcoming release to simply record the patient's email. The patient would receive an email after the visit. That email might look something like this, and the patient could have clicked on this email in order to go to a email personal link, and by virtue of this email and the combination of their birth date and correct spelling of their first and last name, which they have to provide, they could have gotten access to personal health information that you had sent them. And they will no longer be able to do that. Under this new release, the patient will need to enter a PIN in order to see PHI. Now, I should also mention to you that those of you who have given us feedback that you would like to be able to pre-register patients using Health Companion without them having to provide either a PIN or access personal health information from you. In other words, you want to be able to allow a patient to provide their MU data from either the waiting room or their home or any remote location without accessing PHI, and only at that point make a decision as to whether they want to register for Health Companion. That feature is available, and that feature is available in the system that you're using right now. That does not depend on this new release. So today, we already have the availability of a patient being able to use Health Companion in order to provide you your MU data without seeing their personal information. So those are the major changes associated with this release.